That, my friends, is the main mosque of Abu Dhabi. Quite impressive, isn't it? And today I want to show you the journey of the United Arab Emirates, and specifically this place, Abu Dhabi, in its transformation from a quite desolated desert to a place that builds monuments like this and skyscrapers like you see throughout the city. So join me as we go and discover the secrets of Abu Dhabi. Now, I know you'll say it's all because of oil money, but there are a few other things that happened along the way that might interest you. Well, folks, you have yourselves here a classic, massive UAE highway close to a site where we begin our story. Because among all of these fancy skyscrapers, there is a more modest, older structure that was once the beating heart of Abu Dhabi when it was a small little village on the Arabian coast. And here it is, Qasr al-Hussein, meaning fortified palace, that was built in 1761. You see, in a wide area on the eastern Arabian Peninsula, from Qatar all the way to the territory here of the UAE, was a confederation known as the Bani Yas, made up of many different local tribes. And one of the tribes in that group, or one of the main families in that group, was the Al Nahyan family, which is today the ruling family of Abu Dhabi. And they migrated over here to this area and discovered in what is now that fort a prosperous well of water, which is crucial in this part of the world. So they decided to settle here and then built this fort in order to protect their precious water. So here we have it, the skyline of Abu Dhabi. New buildings going up all the time, and some of the older boats that used to be used in the pearling business, which was the major part of the economy here before they discovered oil. Of course, you can see that they have plaques on them, because every older local thing that they have here in the UAE is reconstructed. There's no people living in tents, there's no people riding in camels, just for the tourists, but still. You see, the Japanese developed what's known as the artificial pearl. So the divers doing it the traditional way could not compete anymore. That was in the 30s, and it was about 10 years or so before oil began to be discovered and there was investment in this area. So it was a very difficult time where actually Abu Dhabi and the rest of the Emirates here in the country were actually poor, if you can believe that. But the discovery of massive oil reserves in nearby countries attracted major oil companies who eventually struck the black gold in the end of the 1950s off the shore of Abu Dhabi, with the large revenues coming in, enabling the emirate to develop massive infrastructure programs, but also to diversify the economy and begin to attract foreign businesses and also large amounts of foreign workers for the ever-increasing construction. So people are talking about the prices going up here in Abu Dhabi, but I heard you can get a haircut for less than $5. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, 20 dirham haircut, right? Our friend here, you are being observed now. Your quality. Try to explain my instructions. Let's see how it comes out. Yeah, 6. Yeah. This guy works like a pro. Yeah, it's pretty good. 20 dirham. $5, no?
Inshallah. I will.
Inshallah, guys. This is a good job.
You are a champion.
You're from India also, yeah?
I am India. Delhi.
Where in India? In Delhi?
Delhi.
Delhi is big.
Muradabad. UP.
What is this?
UP.
UP is?
UP are the same city.
Okay.
Or the India.
Yeah.
Or the Kabir city.
Ah, okay.
UP.
UP.
UP Muradabad.
Where is it close to? Is it in North India, South India?
La. South India are the gap.
Yeah.
Mumbai. Or the Kerala.
Kerala, yeah.
Uttar Pradesh.
Oh.
Then some China product.
Yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
oh. There's a lot of Indians here in Abu Dhabi, huh? Aywa. You're already Abu Dhabi. You're in Arabic now. Everything in Arabic.
You are the Dubai nice.
Dubai.
To Dubai.
This is the Indian head massage. You get included. Oh, whoa. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, very good. Check it out, guys. What can I say? Opa.
Is it?
Beard? Should we do a beard? Yalla, let's do a beard. Do a beard. My Indian friend here hosting me.
Oh, money, US money, good. Dollar. Hello.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Like a king. I got treated like a king. I'm happy. Thank you. I just need to go get the money. So I thought you can. Everywhere here, they're taking credit card usually.
Good.
Yes, good.
My friend saw your video.
Huh?
Saw your video.
Thank you.
All right, it's pretty high quality haircut, I think. But they don't take credit cards here, which is unusual. Usually they take credit card, but this is like more local business. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, pretty good. I'm happy. And that's all part of the secondary economy. Hello, my friend. Thank you. This is the head of the hairdresser shop. Very good, good price. Good. Thank you very much. So, as I said, part of the secondary economy of all the foreign workers who live here. There's shops, there can be restaurants over there that are of people that came to work here, serving people who are working here or tourists who are here, as opposed to the big business, which more of the, for example, Europeans and Americans are involved in, and of course also the tourism as well. They build and build here. The population of the foreigners has increased tremendously. Like we saw the Indians in the barbershop, and that's why my friend here is going to take me to the massive Hindu temple that they built recently. It's about halfway between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So we can see over there, that's one of the oil rigs that they have here in Abu Dhabi.
I have no idea how many they have there, but they have a lot.
Abu Dhabi, it's the most oil-rich emirate that we have here, but they've had a policy, particularly under Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who was the first president of the UAE, considered the father of the nation, of sharing their wealth with the other emirates like Dubai, which is what helped them kickstart their economies as well, because they viewed it as in their best interest in order to maintain unity and for the benefit of everyone, of also sharing the wealth, which has had a tremendous impact on everyone else. the largest barcode I've ever seen in my life. Just imagine how hectic this temple would be if we were in India right now. Not like this. It's orderly. It's not crowded like crazy. And India, whew, different story. So from where does all of the money come to build all of these things? Well, we need to go back a little bit to the earlier history of the UAE. In the early 19th century, this region area came under the protection, let's call it, of the British Empire. And they created what was known as the Trucial States, which was the predecessor, let's say, of the 7 emirates that we have in this country today. And that was a smart move by them, where they understood that each of the major tribes in this region needed to govern themselves, and that you cannot shove them all together and expect a positive result. And that is something that exists in the Middle East that a lot of people don't understand, which is that, yes, you have divides of Sunni and Shia, and then ethnic divides like Arabs and Kurds and Turks and things like that. But you also have tribal divides. So even if within a group, everyone is, for example, Arab and Sunni, you may still have big differences between them because they're grouped along these big family clusters known as tribes. And I don't mean tribe in a primitive sense, like someone who goes and spears a boar, but a tribe can also build a skyscraper, the biggest in the world, like Burj Khalifa. It just means that you're built around a sheikh or some type of leading figure with a ruling family and a cluster of other families around it. And that's what the Emirates is. Each emirate is its own sovereign and runs its own affairs, and they only share between them a defense policy and a foreign policy. And that system grants them the stability, the political stability, on top of which you can build the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest skyscraper. I mentioned Dubai because we talked about Abu Dhabi, but Dubai, less than 5% of their GDP comes from oil and gas. Unlike Abu Dhabi, which does have a lot of oil revenue. And yet they're able to have such a thriving economy because they are able to build and attract so many investors and businesses to the area. It's not just oil money that they have there. And even if you have oil, so you know how many countries have oil and are utter failures? Yemen, Libya, Iraq, they're all in the ground. And much of the oil is in the ground as well. And that's because the groups inside these countries are fighting along those lines that I just mentioned. So I would say that the secret to the success of the United Arab Emirates is, among other things, this emirate system that allows the different groups to control their own business and their own affairs, but also allows them to cooperate and collaborate. And this is something that they've done well, because I talked about Zayed bin Sultan al Nahyan, who was the first president of this country, who was very generous with the oil wealth that he had here in Abu Dhabi, and lent money and gave money and helped other emirates like Dubai to develop themselves, because he saw it as in the greater interest of his own emirate of Abu Dhabi and of the country as well. So I expect there to continue to be massive construction projects and the country to continue to grow, and more foreigners coming in to live and work here in order to improve their conditions. And we might have even more grandiose shorelines and buildings next time I come back here, whenever that is. So that's all for now, guys. See you around. Bye-bye.